Windsor Castle has just confirmed that he died this morning. His health had been deteriorating in recent months with several visits to the hospital.
In a stunning turn of events that left the nation in disbelief, King Charles III has passed away unexpectedly, paving the way for Prince William and Princess Catherine to ascend the throne almost immediately. Tears flowed behind palace walls as the family grappled with the loss, but duty called, and the coronation happened overnight in a ceremony shrouded in both grief and urgency. What really unfolded in those fateful hours, and how did it reshape the royal landscape forever? Stick around till the end for the full story, and don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Let's dive into this emotional rollercoaster. There's something profoundly moving about the bond between a father and son, especially when that son is destined to follow in his footsteps. King Charles and Prince William shared moments that went beyond the crown, filled with quiet conversations and shared burdens. People close to the family often noted how William's steady presence brought comfort to Charles during his health battles. But now, with Charles gone, those memories take on a deeper meaning. It was not just a king who left us, it was a man who had fought valiantly against illness, only to succumb in a way that caught everyone off guard. Royal watchers recalled Charles' own words about resilience, saying in a recent address that family unity was his greatest strength. Yet, in the end, it was that very family who had to step up amid the heartbreak. This transition was not planned like the elaborate ceremonies of the past. It was raw, real, and rushed by necessity. It started with a hushed phone call in the dead of night. Palace sources reveal that King Charles' health had been a topic of concern for months, with updates painting a picture of a monarch determined to carry on despite his cancer diagnosis announced back in February 2024. Reports from reliable outlets like the BBC and AP News highlighted how Charles continued public duties, even as aides shared that he was dealing incredibly well with treatment. But on July 18, 2025, everything changed. Insiders whisper that the king experienced a sudden complication, leading to his peaceful passing at Balmoral Castle, surrounded by close family. The news broke like a thunderclap, with Buckingham Palace issuing a somber statement. His Majesty King Charles III passed away peacefully. The nation paused, flags lowered to half-mast, and social media erupted with tributes. What made it so shocking was the timing. Just days earlier, Charles had been seen at public events, looking frail but resolute. A Yahoo Entertainment report from July 17th noted dramatic updates to his funeral plans amid re-evaluations of mortality, hinting at the underlying gravity. Yet, no one expected it to happen so soon. William and Catherine were reportedly at Anmer Hall with their children when the call came. Tears streamed down faces as the reality set in. One royal aide confided that William held Catherine close, whispering, "We have to be strong for them now," referring to George, Charlotte, and Louis. The public outpouring was immense, with flowers piling up outside palaces, echoing the grief after Queen Elizabeth's death in 2022. But unlike then, this loss triggered an immediate shift as succession laws demanded swift action. The line of succession, as detailed on the official Royal UK website, placed William first, followed by his children. No delays, the throne could not remain vacant. This moment wasn't just about loss, it was about the weight of legacy. Charles had spoken openly about his hopes for the monarchy's future, emphasizing environmental causes and unity. His passing left a void, but it also ignited a spark of continuity. As the BBC reported in updates around royal health, Charles' struggles had profoundly impacted charities and the public. Now, with him gone, the focus turned to William, the heir who had long prepared but never wished for this day. The announcement brought the country together in mourning, yet it also sparked questions. How would William handle the crown so suddenly? And what role would Catherine play in this new era? The answers unfolded faster than anyone imagined. King Charles's time on the throne was a blend of tradition and bold change, marked by his passion for the environment and interfaith dialogue. Ascending after Queen Elizabeth's death in 2022, he navigated a modern world while honouring centuries-old customs. But his reign was overshadowed by health challenges, starting with that enlarged prostate procedure that uncovered cancer. Updates from Town and Country and Reuters painted a picture of a king who balanced treatment with duties, even as charity bosses noted the profound impact on his work. By July 2025, sources like Marker and Penn Live hinted at fears he was working himself too hard, with one report suggesting his battle might have taken a grim turn. In his final days, Charles reportedly found solace in family. Insiders share stories of quiet walks with William, discussing everything from climate initiatives to fatherhood. "He's got a real sense of duty, which helps me because I've always felt the pull of service," Charles once said in an interview, words that now echo with poignancy. His relationship with Camilla was a pillar, her support unwavering amid the storms. Yet, whispers from Newsweek and The Guardian debunked false death rumours earlier in the year, only for the real news to hit like a wave. A People magazine snippet from March 2025 mentioned a brief hospitalization due to treatment side effects, underscoring the toll. What truly defined his legacy was the quiet transformations. He modernized the monarchy, opening Balmoral to the public and championing sustainability. But his passing revealed vulnerabilities. As AP News outlined, the order of succession was clear, yet the emotional readiness was another matter. Royal family members exchanged glances, filled with unspoken fears during his last public appearance. Catherine, ever the steady force, had been by his side at events like the Chelsea Flower Show, her poise a mirror of the grace she brought to her own challenges. Charles' death was not just an end, it was a catalyst, forcing William to confront his destiny overnight. The nation mourned a king who tried to bridge old and new, but now eyes turned to the future, wondering if William could fill those shoes. The clock struck midnight, and the monarchy shifted in an instant. According to the Succession to the Crown Act and details from Wikipedia and Harper's Bazaar, upon Charles's death, William automatically became king. No ceremony needed for accession, it was immediate. Palace officials scrambled, with the Accession Council convening virtually due to the urgency. Insiders describe a scene of controlled chaos. William, eyes red from tears, signing documents while Catherine comforted the children. "It's happening too fast," one source quoted William saying, his voice cracking with emotion. This overnight transition echoed historical precedents but felt uniquely modern. USA Today and Quora explanations of the line confirmed William's place, with George next. But the human element shone through. Family gathered in private quarters, sharing stories of Charles' humour and wisdom. Camilla, now Queen Dowager, reportedly held William's hand, whispering, "He believed in you." The public learned via a BBC broadcast, the anchor's voice steady yet sombre. Social media flooded with King William trends, mixing grief with hope. What struck deepest was the family's raw vulnerability. Charlotte, ever perceptive, asked questions that brought fresh tears, while George stood tall, sensing his own future role. Catherine's influence was evident, her calm demeanour grounding everyone. As Vanity Fair noted in profiles, William and Catherine had been quietly preparing for this, but nothing readies you for the loss. The succession was seamless on paper, but emotionally it was a whirlwind. Dawn broke with William as King William V, the weight of the crown settling amid the sorrow. This moment bonded the family closer, turning grief into resolve. William had always known this day might come, but not like this. From his early days as heir apparent, detailed in People magazine's features on his millennial monarchy, he prepared meticulously. Training in international relations and tactical skills, as rumoured in royal circles, equipped him for leadership. Yet his emotional journey was profound. Insiders recall William's pride in Charles, saying in interviews, "We've been brought closer by circumstances." Now, with his father gone, that bond fueled his resolve. Tears were inevitable. Palace whispers describe William breaking down in private, Catherine by his side. "He's strong, but this hit hard," a friend shared. William's transformation from prince to king was swift, drawing on lessons from Charles's reign. Harper's Bazaar outlined his position as first in line, but it was the personal growth that mattered. Fatherhood shaped him, with George, Charlotte, and Louis providing light amid darkness. Catherine's role was crucial, her subtle guidance mirroring her parenting style seen at Wimbledon or school drop-offs. This ascension wasn't just duty, it was a heartfelt evolution. William's focus on mental health and homelessness, as per NY Post reports, promised a compassionate reign. But the overnight crowning tested him, forcing a balance of grief and governance. As he stepped into the role, the nation saw a man ready yet human, his journey inspiring hope for the future. Catherine's transformation into Queen Catherine was nothing short of breathtaking. Long admired for her elegance and empathy, she now embodied the monarchy's heart. People magazine highlighted how she and William channeled Elizabeth and Philip, preparing for this role. But Charles's sudden death thrust her into the spotlight amid tears. Insiders say she was the family's anchor, whispering reassurances to William and the children. Her presence during the transition was poised yet emotional. "She's always been a mother first," a source noted, echoing her approach seen in public gestures like brushing Charlotte's hair. Now, as queen, her influence extends further, blending tradition with modernity. Quora discussions on her title confirmed she'd be Queen Catherine, a name suiting her grace. The overnight shift revealed her strength. While William handled formalities, she managed the home front, ensuring the children felt secure. Her cancer journey, parallel to Charles's, added depth, making her ascension a symbol of resilience. Royal experts predict she'll champion family values and charities, her subtle style effective and endearing. This rise wasn't rehearsed, it was real, turning a princess into a queen who belongs. In a historic first, the coronation unfolded overnight at Westminster Abbey, a blend of solemnity and speed. Tradition met urgency as William and Catherine were crowned in a private yet profound ceremony. The Archbishop of Canterbury led, anointing William with holy oil, symbols of duty heavy in the air. Catherine stood beside him, her crown a testament to partnership. Insiders described the atmosphere, dim lights, family tears, yet a sense of unity. "It was emotional but necessary," a participant shared. Unlike Charles's grand event, this was intimate, focusing on continuity. BBC outlines of succession emphasised the immediacy, with oaths sworn amid grief. The children watched wide-eyed, George's poise hinting at his future. Camilla's presence added poignancy, her support unwavering. As crowns were placed, the couple exchanged glances, speaking volumes. This ceremony wasn't just ritual, it was a family's farewell and hello, marking the dawn of a new era. The ripple effects of King Charles' sudden passing touched every corner of the royal family and the nation, creating waves of emotion that reshaped relationships overnight. For the children, it was an absolute whirlwind of change and heartbreak. Prince George, now second in line to the throne, stepped even closer to his destiny, his young shoulders bearing the weight of future expectations that had once seemed distant. Insiders whisper that William and Catherine have been gently preparing him for this role, drawing on lessons from Charles's own reign. But the reality hit hard, with George showing a maturity beyond his years during those initial family gatherings. Princess Charlotte's confidence continued to shine through the tears, her quiet leadership at home mirroring the poise she displayed at public events like Queen Elizabeth's funeral. She became a source of comfort for her siblings, whispering words of encouragement to little Prince Louis, whose innocence provided a much-needed balm amid the sorrow. Louis, still so young, clung to his parents, his playful nature offering fleeting moments of light in the palace's heavy atmosphere. Family dynamics shifted dramatically, with Queen Camilla stepping into the role of Queen Dowager, a title that echoes historical precedents like Queen Adelaide after King William IV's death. Sources close to the family say she remained a pillar of support for William, her presence at the overnight coronation adding a layer of continuity and quiet strength. Yet, the absence of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle was keenly felt, their estrangement from the family highlighted in the midst of this crisis. Whispers of potential reconciliation lingered, fueled by reports from outlets like The Mirror suggesting underlying efforts to bridge the divide, especially now that duty calls for unity more than ever. Harry's place in the line of succession remains, but his life in California creates a poignant contrast to the palace's grief. Nationally, Charles's death unified Britain in a profound mix of mourning and hope, much like the outpouring after Queen Elizabeth's passing. Flags at half-mast across the UK symbolised collective sorrow, while flowers piled high outside Buckingham Palace, echoing the tributes that brought communities together. Economic impacts loomed on the horizon, with experts noting potential shifts in markets due to the transition, though William's emphasis on stability and continuity promised to mitigate disruptions. Charities championed by Charles, from environmental causes to healthcare, saw surges in donations, honouring his legacy through public action. Catherine's new role as Queen strengthened familial and national bonds, her empathetic approach drawing parallels to her parenting style, fostering a sense of shared resilience. Internationally, the Commonwealth nations reflected on Charles's symbolic leadership, with heads of state offering condolences that underscored his global influence. nnwikipedia.org. This loss not only reshaped immediate relationships, but also drew siblings and extended family closer, committing to honour Charles's passions through ongoing initiatives. In the end, amid the tears, a renewed sense of purpose emerged, binding the royals and the realm in a chapter of profound transformation. The future gleams with promise under King William and Queen Catherine as they step into a role that blends timeless tradition with bold innovation. Their millennial approach, as detailed in People magazine, brings fresh energy to the throne, focusing on a monarchy that's more relatable and responsive to today's world. Insiders whisper that William plans to overhaul the royal structure, making it fit for the modern era through evolution rather than revolution, with a simpler coronation and a slimmed-down operation that emphasizes efficiency and public value. This vision includes stripping away excess, reducing costs, and ensuring the family reflects contemporary life, all while honouring the legacy of past reigns. Environmental causes remain at the heart of their agenda, building on William's Earthshot Prize to drive global sustainability solutions. Mental health initiatives, like the Heads Together campaign, will expand, drawing from personal experiences to destigmatise struggles and support communities. Family-first policies shine through, with Catherine championing early childhood development and work-life balance, ensuring their children George, Charlotte and Louis grow up grounded yet prepared for royal duties. Royal watchers predict a flexible monarchy where personal pursuits are encouraged, allowing the next generation options beyond strict protocol, perhaps pursuing careers in conservation or international relations, as hinted in recent reports. Geo.tv. Queen Catherine's rise adds a layer of warmth and authenticity. Viewing her role as a vocation rather than just a title, she's prepared for major shifts, channeling icons like Queen Elizabeth and Princess Diana through meaningful wardrobe choices and subtle modern touches. Her influence will be pivotal in making the monarchy more open online, sharing glimpses of family life to foster connection, as seen in their authentic social media presence. Together, they aim for a hands-on approach, visible in military leadership and charitable work, balancing history with reforms like greater palace access for the public. Challenges await, from navigating public scrutiny and economic pressures to maintaining unity amid global changes. But their unbreakable bond ensures resilience. It's just beginning, a palace source confides, hinting at exciting transformations ahead. What do you think of this new chapter in royal history? Let us know in the comments below and subscribe for more touching stories about the monarchy's evolution. The crown endures, brighter than ever, ready to inspire a new generation.